Hey all, this is my first attempt at installing a steering stabilizer on a bike. This is a Scott steering stabilizer. It's out to be installed on a 2019 YZ250X. I guess I have to say this video is for informational purposes only, so I'm not liable for anything bad that happens as a result of this video. I guess you have to say that in today's Sue Happy society. That being said, here's the stabilizer. Here's the what they call the frame bracket. This is the tower with the black collar on top of it. That needs to be greased. They put a little label on there, so make sure you grease that. It floats, so to speak, when it's being used. These are two holes that you use to secure with these two Allen head bolts this frame bracket to the frame of the bike. I'll just discuss that real quickly here. So what you do is you mount this frame bracket over the head tube of the bike. Let me show you what they mean by a head tube. It's this section right here, right around here. You mount it around there. Use a hammer to get it initially in place. And after you get it all lined up, frame bracket all lined up, use those two holes as templates to drill the holes. Start off with this center punch here. The center punch is used to create a little divot in the aluminum of the frame to keep this drill bit from moving around, is my assumption. And then you drill two holes. You only drill one hole at a time, is what they say. Make sure you get it all lined up, do one hole, make sure it all works perfectly, get it threaded, I think. And then you go and do the next hole where you drill it and tap it. That's what I mean by thread it. But I'll have to go back to instructions to confirm that. And this is the tap they give you. I think that's called a tap, not a die, right? And that little tap comes in this little plastic case. Okay, so that's the frame bracket. This is the sub-mount assembly. You can see the holes there to mount the handlebars with the lower perch and upper perch. I guess you could call it lower handlebar clamp and upper handlebar clamp respectively. And the bottom of the sub-mount assembly shows two threaded holes where you secure this sub-mount assembly to the upper triple clamp using these two bolts. There's a couple more bolts. I think these are actually used to secure the stabilizer within those two holes. I'll have to get in details on that later too. And then they give you a bunch of instructions with pictures. So read the instructions first. Make sure you know what you're doing. Then go ahead and try to install it. Don't try and install it without going through all the instructions first, without having an idea what you're trying to do. And then they give you a nice little book here too. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to loosen these four 10mm bolts with a socket that secure the handlebar to the perches. So 10mm on the upper handlebar clamp. Loosen that. Hold on. Okay, got that one loosened. Got that one loosened. Sorry about the video quality here. I'm doing this with my hand with its one tool and then the other hand holding the phone. So I got those loose. 10mm socket. And now what we're going to do is we're going to remove these two bolts here, 17mm bolts that secure the lower handlebar clamps to the upper triple clamp. Get your 17mm wrench and loosen these. And I'll be back for the next step. Actually, you don't loosen them, you take them off.